Hi guys, it's Kristen here from K's Perfect Fitness TV, and today I've got 6 exercises to help improve your posture. So when we improve our posture, we'll not only be strengthening through the spine and the core, but we're also going to be trying to neutralize the pelvis and opening up through the shoulders and the collarbones. So not only will this help improve your posture, but it will also help improve your self-confidence, because when we stand up tall, we become more confident as people. So let's get on to our first exercise, which is a roll down. So you don't need anything, you just need yourselves, maybe a mat, and definitely a wall. But we'll get to that. That's our last one. So first of all, you're just going to be starting with your feet just underneath your sit bones. Just rock back and forth from the balls of your feet to your heels. We just want a neutral position. So if you notice that your feet are a little bit wider or one foot's turning out, just make sure your feet are in parallel. We want to have grounded feet to start. Now just soften your knees. You're going to drop your chin to your chest. And we're going to start with the roll downs, releasing one vertebrae at a time. So take your time on this, letting the head and the arms just be heavy. You might not get as far as me, your hands might not touch the floor, and that's okay. But when you get there, just shake your head side to side and nod it yes and no, whatever you need. Just relax your head. Good, holding it there to soften the knees a little bit more, to tuck the tailbone under, scoop your abs in and up as you start to roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Stacking your spine like building blocks, head comes up last. So we're just articulating through the spine. We're going to do this again. Drop your chin to your chest. We release one vertebrae at a time. Just finding that length of the spine. We're going to go slowly through this. Sometimes we have some sticky spots through the spine. We just want to slowly move through them and see if we can make ourselves a little bit more fluid. Now this time I want you to just rock yourself side to side as if you're a rag doll. Good, so we have more movement. We're taking our weight from the right foot over to the left foot. Give it a little shake. Find yourself back into the center, soften the knees, tuck your tailbone under, scoop your abs in and up, and we slowly start to roll ourselves back up to standing. Head comes up last. You grow taller at the very top. Imagine there's a string at the top of the crown of your head, at the top of the head that pulls you up, and you stand up very tall at the top. And again, one more time, drop your chin to your chest, and slowly release down. Now be careful that we don't stick our booties back. Try to release straight down, holding it here. Keeping those knees soft, you can take your hands behind your lower back this time and reach your hands up to the ceiling to open up through your chest. A lot of times our chest can become quite tight. We sit at computers a lot, hold our phones a lot. If you're a new mom, you might be holding a baby a lot, so your chest muscles can become quite tight. So open up through those shoulders, relax your hands back down to the floor. Soften your knees, tuck your tailbone under, and slowly roll yourself all the way back up to standing, stacking your spine one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. And growing taller at the top. So your spine should feel a little bit more warmed up. On to exercise number 2. We're going to come down to the mat for your imprint. So going from my Pilates background, I do love an imprint because it just helps you find your neutral spine. So we're going to put our thumbs on the bottom of our rib cage here, your bottom rib, and point your finger on the top of your hip bone here. So wherever your hips are, that is absolutely fine. It's most likely your neutral pelvis, okay, where you find neutral without forcing anything. But then we're going to rock our pelvis forward and back. We're going to find that little arch through the lower back, and then we're going to press our lower back into the mat. So when we do this, we're just moving the pelvis forward and back. And now what I want you to do is rock it a little bit forward and back and make it smaller each time so you definitely find you neutral. So here's my neutral. Now what I'm going to do is find my imprint. I'm going to inhale, exhale, glide my bottom ribs to my hips, and my lower back will gently flatten into the mat. When I do this, I just contract through my obliques. This is my imprint. It's like I have a little grape underneath the small of my back, and I'm just smushing it into the floor. And then as I breathe, I can release back to neutral. I inhale, exhale, soften my lower back into the mat, and that's my imprint. And release. Exhale, imprint. Inhale to release. Exhale, imprint. Inhale, release. This time I'm going to exhale, imprint, and I'm going to try to hold that imprint. I'm going to bring my hands down to the mat. We try to work through imprint in many of our ab exercises, so this is just going to be a little practice for when you come to do any of my ab workouts. I want you to inhale, hold that imprint, and then lift one leg up, and then the other. We're going to flex the feet. Again, keeping that lower back pressing into the mat, flex your feet. We're going to reach one heel to the edge of the mat, and back up to standing. And reach the other heel away. And back, not up to standing, back up to tabletop. Reach that heel away. And back up to tabletop. Reach one heel away. And back up to tabletop. Holding this imprint the whole time. Watch that your lower back doesn't want to arch off the floor. If it does, you've let go of that abdominal contraction. And we're just trying to strengthen through the core. When we can hold this and we strengthen through the core, we will also be able to help improve your posture. Good. Just do a few more here. And last one. Great. And more, one foot down. And then the other. Now we're going to flip ourselves around. We're going to lie on our stomach. And from here, you're going to bring your heels together. And your arms are going to be in a goal pose position. From here, you're going to squeeze your heels together. Lift your forearms and thighs off the mat. We lift and squeeze. We pull our elbows into our waistline. We release and lower it down. We lift and squeeze. We pull the elbows into your waistline, release them, and lower it down. Lift and squeeze. Keep looking down at the mat. Keep the back of your neck long. Release and lower. Lift and squeeze. Draw those elbows in, and release, and lower. Lift and squeeze. Draw it down, and release, and lower. So this really works into those shoulder blades, down the lats. Works your posterior chain as well by squeezing hamstrings and glutes here. Keep pressing your tailbone towards the mat. Let's do two more. Really resist those elbows coming into your waistline. Lift, squeeze, and release. Perfect. We're going to come into 4-point kneeling here. Hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Now we're just going to reach the right hand forward and the left foot back and bring it back in. Reaching your left hand forward and right foot back, so opposite hand to foot. All we want to do is maintain a level pelvis as we do this. So try to keep your hips extremely still. Press with the pinky finger that's on the mat. Bring it back in. Reaching it away and bringing it back in. This really strengthens all the muscles down your spine, especially down through the multifidus. So again, this is a great one for the health of your spine. Good, reaching it away. Now try to make this as smooth as possible. The slower you do this, the harder it becomes. more now. Keep drawing your belly button in and up. And last one. And now we're gonna come down to our plank. So you're gonna bring your fists to elbows here. You're gonna take your feet wide to the corners of your mat. And from here, we're gonna rotate, bringing your elbow up to the ceiling and down, and then to the other side. Twist and lower. So we're really drawing the shoulder blade around the back of the rib cage, opening up through the chest as you do this. Keeping the bottom hip lifted. If the full plank feels too much for you, drop it down to the knee, and then change. This is a great one to open up through the chest and really squeeze the shoulder blades together. And I love these exercises because you can do them from anywhere. You don't need any equipment. And there's no excuse not to have amazing posture. And this is our last one. Perfect. Knees come down. And our last exercise, our sixth exercise, I absolutely love this one. I have a video just on how to improve your posture for 1 minute. It's your wall angel. So your wall angel is against the wall. Arms are in that goalpost position. Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And you want your shoulder blades up against the wall as much as you can. You want to open up through the chest, draw the abs in and up, and you want to hold. So I'm going to set this for 1 minute, and we're going to hold. You can stay standing, or if you want to challenge yourself even more, you can slide yourself down into a wall squat as well. I like this position because then I can really feel the back of my sit bones against the wall as well. Just because I have glutes that stick out a little bit more, this tends to be a better position for me. Make it work for you if you find that just standing at the wall is good. Just make sure you keep pressing your shoulder blades around the back of your rib cage to flatten them, and you're holding those postural muscles still and strong. Keep drawing your belly button in. Just holding that isometric position to strengthen through the posterior chain. And release. That is 1 minute done. And that is your those are your 6 exercises to help improve your posture. I hope you enjoyed these moves, and I hope that they are really beneficial for you. Let me know how you get on in the comments box below, and I can't wait to see you on my next workout, so check it out next Monday. And until then, have a great week.